skipping the realtor sounds like a way to save money.
But here's what they don't tell you.
Yes, legally and practically, you can definitely sell your house by yourself without a realtor.
And many people try FSBO or first sale by owner and to avoid paying those commissions.
But saving money isn't always guaranteed, and oftentimes the opposite happens. Let's talk about it in today's video. So first, let's talk about exposure and marketing. Aalia, how do most buyers find the houses when they're looking for houses?
All right, most buyers actually find their houses through the MLS or the Zillow feeds or even the agent networks. FSBO homes often have a limited reach, meaning that no Zillow listings for FSBOs in Wisconsin at least. So what about the pricing? How hard is it?
So when you list with a realtor, realtors look for comps in the area, what recent homes sold for, which you can do yourself. You can look on Zillow and see what homes sold for. However, Zillow's listings aren't necessarily very accurate. You can't always find exactly what houses sold for in the most recently. As realtors, we have data that's pretty accurate. You know, we can find out what houses sold for as soon as like yesterday or last week. Pretty up-to-date information. Zillow, sometimes it takes them a week or two or even a month to get the sold data into their system and put it on their website.
And oftentimes the Zillow leads will lead the owners to either overprice or even underprice their homes. So if you're looking to actually get a accurate amount or accurate price, I would suggest chatting with a realtor.
Definitely if you're going with that Zestimate too. Never rely on the Zestimate if you're going to price your house and sell it by yourself. The Zestimate's almost always wrong. So how about when you get an offer on your house and you're selling the house by yourself, Aalia? What happens when you're negotiating against another realtor?
Well, when you're negotiating against a professional agents who do this every day, it becomes really, really tough because they know the strategies that you may not be in tune to. So you may not be getting the best deal in the long run. So
yeah, agents are professional negotiators, right? So we do this day in, day out.
Exactly, and we know how to work the market and know how to work our buyers' deals in their favor as well. So
yeah, so if you're selling your house by yourself, you know, you may need the help of a professional realtor or at least an attorney to help you negotiate the deal for you.
So after all that situation has been done, now we're down to the paperwork. There are a lot of paperwork that you have to sift through in order to sell your home. So Chad, walk us through the different paperwork that we have to endure as FSBO owners.
So there's all kinds of contracts, inspections, disclosures. You have to respond to the inspections. You have to sign everything. There's mounds and mounds of paperwork. Not only to put your listing up, have the buyer sign it, you have to respond to the offer to purchase. There's all kinds of things you have to sign and make it legal. And then you have the title paperwork because the title company has to do all their search. You have to sift through all that, make sure that the title work is all clear and ready for the buyer to take over the house. All kinds of paperwork you have to go through. And if you're not used to seeing this paperwork every single day, you don't know what you're looking for. As a seller, it can be totally overwhelming, especially if you have a full-time job and you're trying to do this yourself. It can be really overwhelming.
So let's circle back into those time limits that you mentioned during the paperwork. There's certain parts of the process you need to respond by, and if you don't respond by those limits, you will and can cause your home to slip through those cracks and cost you that contract. And then you have to start right over, hoping that one buyer can come and make the deal smooth.
Definitely, and you want to respond to showing requests in a timely manner. You know, as agents, we have an app to request showings through, so it makes it really simple. But if you're selling it yourself, then you have to respond to texts or phone calls and let the buyer know whether or not they can come see the house. And typically as a seller selling the house yourself, you don't have a lockbox to let buyers in. And the buyers aren't there with an agent to walk them through the house. So you, the seller, you have to be home yourself to let buyers in and out of the house and make sure that they're not stealing your valuables or sifting through your drawers or anything like that. So if you work full time, it can make it extremely difficult for you to schedule showings, schedule inspections, and all the other fun stuff that comes with selling a house.
So let's deep dive into the real cost of being a FSBO. So the NAR data states that the FSBO homes actually often sell for 13 to 16% less than the agent-assisted homes. You know, that commission that you are worried about really does help because of the fact that the agent will push and get you the top dollar for your home.
Yeah, 13 to 16% less you're getting for your home. Think about what you're paying in agent commission. Are you paying that much in commission? Probably not.
All right, so let's take an example. So if you price your Kenosha home of $280,000 and you list it as FSBO, you know, for sale by owner, and you have to limit your showings because we all have to work, and eventually you'll get that one offer. However, that one offer is at $270,000, and that's $10,000 less than what you list. Whereas if you listed with a realtor who has the great exposure, and can generate a competition or a bidding war, you are looking at a possible multiple offer situation, and maybe even a $10,000 more, or $10,000 more of your asking. So that's $10,000 in your pocket. So that is way far more than saving that commission as a FSBO owner.
So if you're considering selling your house yourself to save that money on commission, let's talk. I think that you should definitely give it a try. But give us a call or shoot us a text at 262-331-1621. We'll be happy to break down the numbers for you and give you all the disclosures and state forms that you need to help you do it yourself. But let's talk about it first and see if it's really the right route for you or not.
Or if hiring us could actually put more money in your pocket, that is also an option as well.
So let's talk about what realtors actually provide you when you're selling your house. So number one is marketing reach. We have obviously access to the MLS. The MLS is really far-reaching. The MLS provides you, the MLS is what gives your house exposure to Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com, thousands of other websites across the internet. Without the MLS, your house would not be put on those individual websites across the internet. And as a for sale by owner here in Wisconsin, you cannot list your house on Zillow anymore. It's a law that they passed, 3 or 4 years ago now, something like that, saying that you can't put your house on Zillow as a for sale by owner anymore.
Professional photos that we as realtors provide. No, we do not do our own cell phone pictures because they don't really turn out very well. So we do get a professional photographer out to your listing, and to make sure we highlight those beautiful edges of your beautiful wood floors. We also do some YouTube video tours. Not only do we do static pictures, we want to see, show our audience in our great city of Kenosha the beautiful home in real time and how it looks as if they were living there themselves.
We all know that video marketing is the next wave in the future of everything, so we love to do video marketing of all of our houses. So we do a lot of YouTube videos, as you know, you're watching one now. Then we also do social media ads. We do paid social media ads on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to help push your house out there to the masses. The more eyes on it, the better. Hopefully the more tours you get, the more offers, and the higher it pushes up your price point.
So the pricing, we do help with your pricing. We do give you guys the insight, and we are the honest truth realtors that we do not beat around the bush and tell you like it is. So you are going to try to avoid overpricing, and that kills the momentum of your sale of your house. We also prevent those underpricing. If you decide to put that $280,000 house on sale for $260,000, we are going to let you know you're going to lose some equity there, and that we can find a good pricing strategies that can sell your house quick.
Definitely. Negotiation. So we talked about negotiation a little bit earlier in the video. Aalia and I were expert negotiators. We do this all the time. So when you do get an offer on your house, we help you negotiate the best possible price for your house to make sure that you're not leaving any money on the table. That you're putting all the money possible back in your pocket when you sell the house and we move on to the next chapter of your life.
So we also help prevent you to losing out on those deadlines, like we mentioned it earlier in this video. Between the contracts, disclosures, deadlines, we handle all those stuff, and we make sure you are in the know of every step of the process as well. So everyone has a hand in what's happening to your property.
Legal protection. So obviously we're not lawyers, so we can't offer any legal advice. However, we do help you fill out the contracts, help you fill out the disclosures, and make sure that, like Aalia said, that all your deadlines are met, that you stay within all the deadlines, and that they're all handled correctly. And just time saver. You know, we handle all the calls, we handle all the showings, and we help filter out serious buyers, and we help filter those out from the tire kickers. The people that just want to see your house just to see it. We try to filter those out as best as we can.
Mm-hmm. So selling your Kenosha home without a realtor is definitely possible, but often is risky and very costly. And if you want to protect your equity and get top dollar for your property and without that stress, give us a call at 262-331-1621 or visit chatscottrealty.com, and we'll make sure you sell for the most money possible. So see you guys at the next video.
Have a great day, guys.
And if you're not aware of these time limits,